I would like to welcome you to our closing ceremonies. And I will try to remember to look at the camera when I speak. Although I can't complete it because I got to look at my notes, but there are some weird things about Zoom. I hope you enjoy the convention. We think it's gone quite well. There have been no major problems, at least that we're aware of. Nobody has brought any to our attention, just some minor glitches. The closing ceremonies are going to be brief. I'm going to be the only person up here. I'm not a big believer in long, protracted closing ceremonies to begin with, and it's particularly a little silly at a virtual convention because it's not like we're going to bring back guests from all over the world and say, put them up and so they can thank us for inviting them. That just seems kind of silly. So this will be very short. And what we're going to do is right as soon as the closing ceremonies is over, which will be in 5, maybe 10 minutes, we will go directly into the meet and greet. It's not supposed to start till 5, but there's no reason to just have people hanging around. So if you want to be in the meet and greet, just stick around and we'll go to it. We'll go to it immediately. What we're going to be doing, just so people know, we're discussing it. We haven't come to any final definite decisions yet, but we're going to be continuing to do various virtual events out of Ring of Fire Press. And probably, most likely, one of the things we're definitely going to do is hold a monthly open house, because the meet and greets have gone very well here at the convention. They've actually had the largest attendance of any of the events we've done. And so what we think we're going to do is just every month have a meet and greet, which we'll call an open house. And we may be able to combine that with some other stuff. We'll see. But you should all be subscribed to the newsletter, The End of the Ring, and getting it every week. And just whenever you get it, just look at it, because whatever we're going to be doing, we will keep you informed of what's happening. We're also probably going to start some weekly events. Well, actually, we are going to start some weekly events. We just, at least initially, though, those will not be interactive. There'll be things like interviews with authors. We may replay some of the interviews we did at the convention. If people didn't see them, we can put them up here. They'll still be on. Everything's on YouTube if you do at any point want to go to YouTube. But like I said, we're going to be discussing this and coming to definite decisions. But as long as you're getting the newsletter, you will be kept informed of what's happening. Another thing we'll be doing is we will be sending all of you a survey, and this will not be one of those annoying surveys about how well did we do. I personally can't stand those, because it's like somebody wants me to gauge their employees for free. It won't be that kind of survey. It'll simply be very brief and simple, of the different ideas we've got for things that you might enjoy us doing, like an open house and various other things, possibility talked about maybe starting a book club, all kinds of things. We'll send you a survey so that you can, please fill it out. Just tell us what you'd like and what you wouldn't, and to what degree you'd like it. And it's real easy. It just comes, it's a Google form. You just click send it back in. That's the end of it. The way, hold on a sec. Oh yeah. As I said, as soon as I stop talking and this is over, then we will go, might take 5 minutes, but we'll go to the, however long it takes Alan to do his magic, but we'll go into the meet and greet and we'll start there. Now, what we're going to do at 6 o'clock is there is a traditional panel that we hold every year at the Ring of Fire convention, which we've been doing now for, well, this is the 18th convention, and I can't remember at which one we started snarking the plots, but it was pretty early on. And if you're wondering, because I know people are, because my daughter called me a few hours ago, after having looked at the schedule and said, what the hell is the verb to snark? So I will try to explain it. I don't actually know the exact etymology word. I've been calling around and nobody does any longer. The word started on Baines Bar over 20 years ago. We're pretty sure it actually predated the start of the 1632 series. And there are different legends as to how it got started. But basically, the word to snirk is kind of an amalgam of two other verbs, to sneak and to smirk. And to explain what it means, it's kind of analogous to the wonderful German term Schadenfreude, of which there's been quite a bit going around lately. Schadenfreude means to take glee or pleasure in the misery of others. And it's something you do quietly because you're not supposed to do it, but people do it anyway. And the word to snirk means that it is to take glee or pleasure in the ignorance of others, basically. It's that you know something that other people don't know, and they don't know that you know it, and you're not going to tell them that you know it. And it specifically tends to be focused on literary things. It hasn't broadened out, as far as I know, beyond that. And to the best of my knowledge, it has not yet been picked up by the Oxford English Dictionary as a new word in the English language, although it should. And what happens is that we have the last panel of the day of the whole convention is snirking the plots. And what will happen there is I and several other authors, whoever has got books that are coming up in the next roughly year, will tell you what's going to be happening in the series, 1632 series, in the course of the next year. And that's both the next year in real time and the next year in series time. So if you would like to have an idea what's going to be happening in the year 1637 and into part of 1638, come to Snirking the Plots. But be warned, there will be spoilers, pretty big ones. So if you don't like spoilers, don't come. And if you do come, understand that part of smirking is that snirking rather is that you are sworn to silence. In fact, you have been fitted with what we call a snirk collar, so that you cannot tell anyone outside that group what you know that they don't about what's coming up. Anyway, so that we will be, what we're going to do, and I'm not sure which way we're going to do it. That'll be up to Alan, but we're either going to turn the lounge, the main room, into that panel. And anybody who doesn't want to go to it, which, you know, there's some people don't want spoilers, we'll create a breakout room where you can continue the meet and greet. Or alternatively, the meet and greet will stay in the main room and we'll create a breakout room for those people who want to go to Snirking the Plots. The meet and greet starts theoretically at 5, and they've been running between 2 and 3 hours, and that'll be true again today. Basically, what ends them is when Alan decides he's had enough and decides he's going to chase everybody out. All right. I think that's the end of the closing ceremony. So thank you again. I really appreciate all of us do, all of you who came to the convention, and people seem to have had a good time here from everything we can tell. If you did have something that bothered you, didn't like, let us know. And that's it. So we will now move to the meet and greet. It might take 5 minutes or possibly 10 to make the transition, but it'll happen pretty quickly. All right.